We are live and on the air. Hey, welcome. Boy, only 25 minutes this morning exploded. Had some add-on appointments that I didn't expect. So I had high hopes to be on time today, but was not. But I want to cover just a couple things briefly as I put in the title about the new keto bars. It was a nice to see those had arrived today. And last week I spoke about protein bars in general, and then named and talked about some specifics, some of the problems and some of the things that are good that are out there. And so now YouTube, of course, if you are a YouTube junkie, which I've been known to be at times, is that you'll have certain topics and the infamous unboxing videos on products, reviews and stuff. So this is my version of that. And I actually did open the cardboard box, but I have not opened and jumped into the actual keto bars. So just as a introduction, these are the new keto-friendly nutrition bars. What do we call these? They're not protein bars. They are fat bars, I guess, or just keto bar, I guess is going to be the ketogenic bars. So kind of hold that up to the get a focus there. It comes in the packs here with 12, 50 grams. So I got a couple of boxes of the multi-packs, and I am going to certainly offer anyone who walks in this week and asks for a sample. I'd be happy to provide that for a taste test. I'm going to actually do a taste test right on live broadcasts here. So kind of a box for displaying here, but you can order the boxes online, and I'll have a link in the description below to where you can get those. I also will be selling these here as well. I try to discount these as much as I can, reasonably be feasible to do, because I like putting good things in people's hands and sending you to where you can get them online as well. My criticism of most ketogenic bars that are being promoted are that they don't quite stack up, which leads me to have a conversation here probably today. I'll bring this topic up that has to do with this whole idea of keto, and the keto diet is sort of the new paleo diet, or it's the new zone or Atkins diet. It's basically, people hear, oh, it's a low carb diet. Now they're calling it the keto diet. So we look at what people are actually doing, and what they're being told to do is really no different from an Atkins zone or paleo-like low carb diet. And that is not what the ketogenic diet is. So anyway, getting on a tangent there, but let's get back to the bars. So first impressions, I'd say that I like the packaging, nice and white. Of course, the Kiss My Keto brand. This is a new company within the last, I guess, a year or so. Other than the delays in supply on getting orders, I've been very happy with what these guys are doing. They're two guys, I'm trying to remember what their names are. I've spoken with them on the phone a couple of times, and they are, of course, riding the wave of the keto world here and all the hype that's going on, but they also are producing some very good and very smartly developed products. They do have a number of videos online. I'll probably link that in the description as well to their website, along with their keto, kind of keto class-like videos. And I think a lot of the information I'm hearing from them seems pretty good. So let's look at it. So again, multi-pack, we've got chocolate cookie dough, chocolate, so that's chocolate cookie dough. I like the weight of this. I think a lot of these packaged bars are like minuscule, and it's like a tease. And the cost for the amount you're getting is not feeling like a good investment. So like I said, they are 50 grams, and in ounces, what does that turn into? I like when there it is, 1.76 ounces. So as an example, I will show you a bar I had last week. There's a couple of bars from Designs for Health that I really like because of their serving size. So I kind of always compare it to a nice heavy-duty snack. This Mocha NRG, and they have another one that's not dairy-free, but 1.94 ounces, 55 grams. That's my kind of snack, because sometimes this is like got to get me through like a whole meal. And so, you know, I like to have that. So this is a little bit lighter, but let's compare labels. So I'll go through the, actually, let me go through the flavors and then I'll get into the label. So again, the chocolate cookie dough, we've got chocolate coconut, and lastly, chocolate peanut butter. Now, on the front of the package, it looks like we're given the numbers here, and I think they're all the same. It's saying 20 grams. I don't know if you all can see that. The focus sometimes a little bit challenged up close, but anyway, 20 grams fat per bar, 9 grams of protein per bar, 3 grams of net carbs per bar. Very, very good macro, in my opinion. But let's look a little closer. Sometimes they, I think, really twist the truth on this labeling. So total fat, that's interesting, they round up, but that's cool. Total fat, they've got actually in the nutritional box, it says 19 grams instead of the 20 that they have on the front, but let's just give them the benefit of the doubt, they're rounding up. 19 grams total fat, saturated fat 13 grams. By the way, you do want more saturated and monounsaturated fats in a ketogenic diet. It's important to note that because you can get other fats and other kinds of oils that are okay, but they're not as good as getting the fuel source, the energy source from the saturated and monounsaturated fats. Let's see what else. Sodium, 110 milligrams. Nice. Total carbohydrates, 17. Fiber, 12. Beautiful. Yeah, so a lot of good fiber in there. I'll go through the actual ingredients in a second. Sugars, 1 gram. Love it. Sugar, alcohol, 2 grams. Yeah, I love the fact that they're not putting a bunch of artificial or even too much natural sweeteners, because I think one thing I think that too many of these bars are just too darn sweet. So you know what I compare this to? One more bar I'm going to grab here. If you watched my video last week, I reviewed these 1 bars. We have the birthday cake. So let's do a little contrast here between these two. First off, I said I love the packaging on this. It reminds me of this, and that's why I went and grabbed the upside down. My criticism of this is that the proteins are often kind of a junk protein. The sweeteners are artificial, therefore junk sweeteners that have been shown to cause problems. Okay, I'm not just kind of uppity about being so criticize everything that's like, these are things we're actually putting into our bodies every day. And so if you really think about it, we really need to think about what's the chemical concoction that we're putting into our gut every day. I mean, we are what we eat, right? Eventually. That is true to a large degree. 9 grams of protein. So, and then I guess on the comparison side, how do these stack up? 7 grams of fat. Again, I'm looking at the 1 bar. 22 grams of carbohydrates. Good amount of fiber in here too, but 20 grams of protein, okay? Clearly, this is a protein bar. Problems with the artificial, the sucralose, and the fact that it's, you know, it's got 7 grams of fat, so okay, but quality not so great. And as a quick, just a reminder, if you didn't watch that video last time, is that the sucralose and many, if not most, of the artificial sweeteners are associated with some very concerning issues, especially how they disrupt and kill off a lot of the friendly gut microbes and flora, and that has a widespread ramification in terms of your health. So not great. I'm sure it tastes good, but all right, so label, I think that pretty much says it all. Let's go through the ingredients. So we've got chicory root fiber. That's, again, fiber's friendly Fiber is a non-caloric source of carbohydrates. It's not turning into sugar. Actually good for the bowel health to get all that fiber. And coconut oil, whole egg powder, almonds, unsweetened chocolate, love it. Milk protein isolate. Okay, note that. This is not dairy-free. Now, I'm on a dairy-free diet right now, but I'm going to actually taste this. And anyone who's watching and on the dairy-free kick with me, I actually had one or two mess-ups on that, and I won't go into all that. Part of it has to do with the practical nature of life. It was unavoidable if I'm going to stay conscious and continue to eat myself. But anyway, I'm staying with 30 days no dairy in the principle, but occasionally trace amounts. It's very hard to get 100% dairy-free. Now, milk protein isolate. In people who are insulin-resistant diabetic, there's some research out there that shows that too much milk protein can be a problem. I'm not going to over-criticize it for that point. It is a good source of protein in many, many ways. Let's see, we've got egg white, prebiotic, dietary, tapioca fiber, so another fiber source. Erythritol, so a little bit of sugar alcohol that's very, very safe. Cocoa butter, medium chain triglycerides, aka MCT. Cacao nibs, gum acacia, natural flavor, sunflower lecithin, sea salt, cashews, purified stevia extract, and Lohan Gao. Lohan Gao, if I even say that right, that's a sweetener extract from a plant as well. So I'd compare it to stevia, but I haven't really done a lot of research into that. It's a non-sugar sweetener, but it's not artificial. So just to be clear, I don't know that there's a big issue there. All right, so that's chocolate cookie dough. Chocolate coconut. I won't read all the ingredients on all three of these, but I'm just scanning it and seeing, okay, it looks pretty much the same, probably just different flavoring, consistency a little bit. Milk protein isolate, of course. What I will do is I'm going to reach out to these guys and see if we can, and maybe they're already working on it, but is to come out with a dairy-free version. But again, dairy, we're not talking about milk in here. This is the protein extract, which again, shouldn't present too much of a problem. The other thing, remember, this is a high-fat, low-carb bar with a mild to modest amount of protein in it. It is not 20 grams of protein. It is 9 grams, so less than half. Yeah, so again, pretty cool. Let's see. So I won't bore everyone watching me eat, but I'm going to open up the decisions when you have 3. All right, we have to go to the cookie dough. All right, nice wrapping. Consistency looks pretty. These are sitting out at room temperature. It's probably about 68, 69 degrees in this room. So if it looks like it's not melting away, I'm going to kind of open that up, show everybody the consistency. So far, it looks pretty cool. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I would give that a, let's see, a 1 out of 10 on the bar scale. Again, I like less sweet. That is plenty tasty for me. Knowing my kids and, probably the general public in terms of taste tolerance, that's up here. I mean, I would rate that at a, wow, consistency's good. The chocolate coating might be prone to some melting, having it too warm. I'll be doing some trail tests on that. We're going into the cold months, so it's going to be a little harder to do a summer melting bar problem test. But I would, what am I going to get? 1 out of 10. Wow, I'd say that's an 8.5, not a 9. Just because, I mean, you can't give a 10. I would say I'd probably rate these at a 10 if they also had an option that was dairy-free, but just on flavor, I mean, I'm thinking so far a 10, close to it. So I'm going to probably taste all 3 of these. Anyway, enough about the bars. Again, Kiss My Keto. Nice job. I think they have a YouTube, there's a video of them doing, they were at a show convention and having people taste test it. And I think I saw Jimmy Moore trying one and giving it a thumbs up. So Jimmy Moore and the, what's his book called? Keto Clarity. So it's a groundbreaking book. Let's see. So I am, let's see, I talked about my dairy free for 30 days. That's, you know, I was going to just quickly comment about that has actually been a lot tougher than I expected for one main reason. It's not because I'm physically missing dairy as much as it's simply adding to the brain power required to prepare and plan meals. So I have 3 school-aged children that I am required to keep alive. Required, that sounds bad. That I love to take care of. They're wonderful kids. Try to feed them well. I integrate quite a bit of the way I eat and the way they eat. But going dairy free when you have a family and you're making the meals, it's a little tough because one is I'm not cutting out dairy for them right now. We've actually they've notched it down a little bit just because. So anyway, when I shop, when I go to make a meal, I just have to think about it that much harder. And it's been, it seemed insignificant, but it's actually much, much more of a big deal when we're in a busy schedule with kids in school. And and then just being aware, like for instance, I don't know if I'd shared this, but last weekend I was sitting there, prepared a meal, I'm eating it and snacking, and I'd actually had these little snack crackers that are really, really good. It didn't even dawn on me to look for dairy in a cracker. And so I ate probably a handful of these before I looked at the label, and it had buttermilk in it. So obviously dairy was one of the ingredients. So unintended, and that's just the way it is. So life, I really have a greater appreciation for those of you who are required, who are very sensitive to dairy and have to be on a very strict dairy-free diet. I do believe in the body's ability to, over time, if you are very dairy sensitive, is to begin to tolerate it down the road at some point. That's another whole conversation. But part of when I go to reintroduce dairy, I'm going to be evaluating, you know, how do I feel on different forms of dairy, you know, cheese, yogurt. That's really the only dairy I eat is plain whole milk Greek yogurt and cheese. That is when I'm not on a dairy-free diet. So I have missed those foods because it's kind of a filler, and it's been a protein source. I'm not a vegetarian, obviously. I'm not a vegan. I don't avoid any particular meats, but I like sometimes just not having meat and that variety that I get with dairy foods. And I've greatly missed butter, even though I do like that vegan butter I'm using. Anyway, so dairy-free. Looking forward to, I am 2 weeks in, over 2 weeks now. So I will continue on that, and hopefully not too many other mishaps other than I'm taste testing a little bit of, there's dairy in that, like I said. So let's see. I think that about covers it. I was thinking there was another topic I was going to come into, but I started late today, so we'll pick it up. Maybe I'll throw in a later this week addendum for the Tuesday live, but appreciate you guys all watching. Please ask questions if you'd like. Let me know what your favorite bar is. I hope that you're looking for the fat-friendly bars and avoiding those artificial sweeteners and the excessive amounts of protein they're cramming into some of them. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It's always great for you to be able to get alerts. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.